so good. See, I wish I could do that every time. Thanks for watching. There are a few things in golf that are universal, like everyone wants to get better and everybody wants to hit the ball further. But one of the things subjectively that's totally universal in golf is everyone feels as though their practice swing is so much better than their actual golf swing. They feel that their practice swing might be more smoother or more on plane. And I've talked to some coaches about this, and then I did some more research into it and some testing on my own, and I saw through the 18 Birdies app only. So this is a golf swing AI kind of thing that just shows the motions of your body. So from the motions of my body standpoint, I could see that my practice golf swing was better than it was when I was actually hitting a ball. Something is changing when you put a ball there, and I really believe that. And then also, if you look at it from a face-on point of view, if you want impact to be a certain way with the hands leading the club head, that happens a whole lot more in a practice swing than it does in a regular swing, and this is for almost everybody. And I will say that, yes, for sure, the face does often look like the ball would go to the right, but that's, you know, in a practice swing, it's very easy. Just, hey, make that face square up, you can do it, no problem. But once the ball's there, so many things change. And there used to be this special mat that would, like, you would take practice swings and then the ball would just pop up randomly, and then you'd hit the ball with what thought was your practice swing. You'd take a backswing like this, and then out of nowhere, boop, sometimes it would go up. It would almost always stay down, and when you didn't know it, but it would go up, and you'd be like, oh, I can't find that thing anywhere. If somebody has one or even knows where one exists, I would love to try it. I think it might be something that they just made for a scientific experiment. So today, this is going to be kind of like a preliminary experiment to see kind of proof of concept if this kind of works the way I think it might, and to see if it warrants further investigation with an actual TrackMan or Foresight to see really what's going on between a practice swing and a real swing. So then I was on YouTube, a friend of mine that has spent a bunch of time in the Long Beach area and also has his own YouTube golf channel called Migmatis Golf. He had this really cool idea, and what he was doing is he printed out some, just like I've done here. So he went and you look up grass texture on a Google image search and then print out these and then make these little things. So then what you can do, and that's why I'm chewing gum in this video, is you can take this topper and put it on top of there. It's so camouflaged and everything, you really feel as though when you take a tiny piece of gum and you stick it to the top of the golf ball or the practice ball or whatever, and then you put there and you put that on the ground, you really can't notice it, and it allows you to free up. And the other thing is that when you do this, if you do this with a partner or a helper or something, or your girlfriend or wife or whatever, you can tell them, hey, let's do this with a bunch of practice balls, and every once in a while, let's put in a real golf ball and see what the difference is. Because I have noticed that you hit the ball so much better when this topper's on it. If this works, then the next step will be to quantify, okay, how much better do I hit the ball when I'm thinking it might be a foam ball? And then be able to quantify the difference, be like, okay, I'm X amount more precise and I'm X amount faster, making faster ball speed when I'm doing that. Because I think you can do some training between hitting shots like this and then hitting shots regular to be able to get yourself to kind of forget about the golf ball, take that hit impulse out of your swing and play a little better. So let's try it. Okay, so I want to do this semi-scientifically. So I'm going to take 8 shots where I hit them, and after each one I'm going to give each shot a rating for direction and a rating for solidness of strike. And then I'm going to take 8 shots with the topper on the golf ball and do the same thing. Give it a rating for direction and a rating for solidness of strike. And then the final thing will be to recruit somebody to help me do a little bit of a trick on my brain and a little bit of a switch out. So first I'm going to do 8 shots here. There's the old practice swing. Just make that practice swing happen. Come back. Okay, I give that a 7 for centeredness of strike and a 7 for direction. Last one. Alright, final one, I gave that maybe like a 7 for centeredness of strike and a 5 for direction. So that was altogether just pretty awful. Alright, let's see if I can do any better. The topper on there. And I don't know where these are gonna fly, but I got a bunch of them.
Came across it, that was good. Just now, all you need to do is now swing the pump down the rubber line like bumping.
Okay. Back and through.
Like you have this blockage. You have a lot of weight on the toe, like your right side.
That was a, I mean, a 9.5 for strike and a 10 for direction. That was pretty good. Okay, so I'll have to put the numbers together and see, but I definitely hit the ball probably, I'd say, about consistency-wise, I'd have to see the numbers, but about 15% better, maybe, or so with the topper on. All right, now I'm gonna hit 8 balls, and this is after, and see if I can remember what I was feeling. This only counts if you can do it again later without any help. Nine for strike and a 8 for direction. Okay, so there you go. You get there. I mean, just without crunching the numbers, but just subjectively, like hearing the numbers and going through the whole thing, we did 3 plots. We did the first one was just a before, kind of a control, where I hit the ball kind of poorly, which has been kind of typical recently, but it hasn't been out of the ordinary. A lot of solid strikes, but direction problems. Then I hit with the topper on, and I noticed the bigger the topper, the harder it got, and the smaller the topper, the better it got. But generally, I hit the ball a little bit better, about 15% better with the topper on. Then, after hitting 8 or 10 shots with the topper on, I hit another 8 or 10 shots just afterwards with that feeling. And I improved a lot from the beginning, for sure. So that would be a lot better. And for me, it just feels like I'm not going as much to the ball, but I'm going through the ball when I can have the feeling of hitting it with that topper on here and through the ball. More like that. All right, the next thing I want to do is, because people always ask, well, what about driver? That was a lot better. That was a 10-10. Can you help me with something real quick? I'm going to give you these 2 balls, and can you put this topper on one of them, and don't tell me if it's the foam ball or the real ball, and then hide the other one behind your back. So you're going to put the topper on, and then you're going to place it down, because what I want to do is hit this ball not knowing whether it's a foam ball or a real ball. Okay? All right, I'll close my eyes and then put it down there, and then try to aim it so that you think it will be.
You want the topper to be on top of the ball?
Mm-hmm, on top of the ball. That way it's blocking where I would see it. So I don't know if it's the yellow ball or the real ball. Oh, it was a real ball. Okay. That trick. You aimed it perfect that time. I couldn't see what it was. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. I can't see. Oh, I hit that so good. I really thought that was the foam ball that time.
I knew if I did it a second time, it would really throw you off.
Right, because that time I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go this thing like a puff of air. I don't know, got my eyes shut here. Oh, that feels weird. Where'd the ball go?
It's way down.
Oh, I see it, okay. Great, thanks for your help. Appreciate it. Man, that felt weird, thinking you were gonna hit something and you didn't. Now, for an after one, I actually had a really good feeling of freedom hitting that foam ball, thinking that it was gonna be a real ball. I hit this like it's a foam ball. Oh yeah, that's it. That'd be about a 9 and a 9. Yeah, it feels good, because I feel if that's a foam ball, I'm really gonna stay in balance and not let the ball interrupt my flow at all. I'm just going to be right through it. I think that'll help my precision a lot. This whole thing started with me thinking about this more recently because I went down and did the TrackMan AI stuff, and that showed me that for trajectory I was like above a pro, like 91 or something, and a pro is like 90. But then for precision I was a 68. I was like, what the heck? That was really actually very disturbing to me. And it was true, you know, it's just my precision has not been good. So if I can swing more like through the ball, just make a swing, let the ball get in the way. Oh, that's so good. See, I wish I could do that every time. All right, so I'm gonna crunch the numbers on that. In this video, you'll see the kind of the graphs of where I went with each one of the ones, subjectively anyway, of where the direction, how it was, and then the centerness of strike. So I'm really excited about it because I think there's a way that I could turn this into an actual training scenario to start swinging, get people swinging more like they do on their practice swings. So this one is going to be just like a practice swing. Here, there. See, and that the spread now is just so much tighter. And then that makes me excited to go back to that TrackMan AI and see if I can get my precision score up maybe into the 80s. Oh, yeah, that's so much better. I'm not thinking about mechanics at all. I'm just trying to swing through the ball like it's a piece of foam or like that topper's on there. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, everybody.